Thank you for joining me today. I want to start with a story that perfectly illustrates the power of action over words. Imagine a young man named Jack. Jack was always full of great ideas. He would talk endlessly about his plans, from starting a business to writing a book. He had a knack for describing these ideas vividly, often captivating his friends and family with his enthusiasm. But there was one problem. Jack never took the first step. He would give countless examples of others who had succeeded, yet he remained firmly in the realm of talking and dreaming. One day, Jack met an old friend, Tom, who had been less vocal about his ambitions. Tom had quietly been working on a small project, a side hustle that he mentioned only in passing. Over the years, while Jack talked, Tom acted. He faced setbacks and challenges, but he kept moving forward. When they met again, Tom had built a thriving business. Jack was shocked. "How did you do it?" he asked. Tom's reply was simple. "I stopped talking and started doing." This story is a perfect segue into what I want to talk about today. The essence of progress, the cornerstone of success, is action. We live in a world where it's easy to get caught up in discussions and planning, in giving examples. But none of that matters if we don't take the first step. Talking about what we want to achieve is one thing. Taking decisive action to achieve it is entirely another. My years of observing and working with successful individuals, one thing stands out. They are doers. They don't just talk about their goals. They act on them. They understand that every great achievement begins with a single step. This step might be small. It might seem insignificant at the time, but it's the critical move that sets everything else in motion. They don't wait for perfect conditions or for all the stars to align. They take action here and now. I remember a time when I faced a significant challenge in my career. I had just started in a new industry, and I was overwhelmed by the amount of information and the level of competition. I found myself paralyzed thinking about all the things I needed to do, all the plans I had to make. But then I realized that planning wouldn't get me anywhere unless I acted. So I took a deep breath and started with the first task on my list. That small action led to another and then another, and before I knew it, I was making progress. The lesson here is clear, is stop giving examples. Just do it. It's not the grand plans or the detailed examples that make things happen. It's the consistent, determined actions we take every day. The journey to success is a series of small steps, taken one after the other. When we focus on action, we move forward. We learn, we grow, and we get closer to our goals. Remember Jack and Tom. Think about the areas in your life where you've been talking but not doing. Reflect on how you can transform that talk into action. Because at the end of the day, it's not what we say that defines us, but what we do. Continuing from where we left off, let's delve into the power of taking action and how it can transform your life. We often hear the phrase paralysis by analysis, and it's more common than we might think. Overanalyzing a situation can lead to endless cycles of thought without ever taking the necessary steps forward. It's like standing at the edge of a diving board, endlessly contemplating the jump, but never experiencing the water. The mind races with what ifs and potential obstacles, but the true learning and growth come only from the dive itself. Consider the story of a well-known entrepreneur who built a global brand from scratch. This individual didn't have a detailed business plan when starting out. Instead, he had a vision and a relentless drive to take the first step. He understood that no amount of training could substitute for the insights gained from real-world experience. By taking action, he learned what worked and what didn't, adapting his approach as he went along. This flexibility and willingness to act rather than overanalyze were key to his success. Another example is a famous author who wrote numerous bestsellers. When asked about his writing process, he emphasized the importance of starting to write, no matter how imperfect the first draft might be. He believed that action, putting words on paper, was more valuable than spending endless hours planning the perfect storyline. By acting, he could refine and improve his work, leading to the creation of literary masterpieces. His approach highlights a critical truth. The path to excellence is paved with action, not just intention. Taking action offers immediate benefits. First and foremost, it propels us out of our comfort zone. It challenges us to confront our fears and uncertainties, transforming them into opportunities for growth. Each step taken, no matter how small, builds momentum. This momentum creates a sense of progress, which in turn fuels our motivation and confidence. The act of doing, even in the face of potential failure, teaches us invaluable lessons that theory alone cannot provide. When we act, we gain real-world feedback. This feedback is essential for improvement. It's one thing to hypothesize about how a plan might unfold. It's another to see the results of your actions and adjust accordingly. This cycle of action and reflection accelerates learning and personal development. It sharpens our skills, honors our judgment, and enhances our resilience. Moreover, taking action often opens doors to unexpected opportunities. A single step can lead to new connections, resources, and insights that were not visible from the starting point. Many successful ventures began with a simple act of reaching out, making a decision, or trying something new. These actions set off a chain reaction of positive events that lead to significant achievements. Think about the immediate benefits of starting a new exercise regimen. The first workout might be tough, but the sense of accomplishment and the physical boost you feel can be incredibly motivating. Each session builds on the last, creating a virtuous cycle of improvement. The same principle applies to any area of life. By taking action, we initiate a process of continuous growth and development. In the realm of personal development, action is the catalyst that turns dreams into reality. It's the bridge between where we are and where we want to be. While planning and analysis have their place, they must not overshadow the critical importance of action. It's through doing that we discover our strengths, overcome our weaknesses, and achieve our goals. Keep in mind the powerful impact that taking action can have. Reflect on the areas of your life where you might be overanalyzing and challenge yourself to take the first step. Remember, it's not about having all the answers before you start. It's about starting and finding the answers along the way. This mindset shift can transform your approach to challenges and opportunities, leading to a more dynamic and fulfilling journey. Let's take a moment to consider the immediate actions we can take today. What is one step you can take right now to move closer to your goals? Focus on that step and let it be the start of your journey toward greater success. Continuing from the power of taking action, let's consider consequences of inaction. When we hesitate, we allow opportunities to slip through our fingers. Think about a moment in your life when you hesitated and an opportunity passed you by. The regret that follows can be a heavy burden to carry. Every day we delay taking action, we miss out on potential progress and the chance to move closer to our goals. Hesitation often stems from a fear of failure or the uncertainty of the unknown. This fear can be paralyzing, causing us to stay in our comfort zones where it feels safe. But the cost of this safety is high. When we don't act, we remain stagnant. Our dreams and ambitions fade into distant wishes, and we find ourselves stuck in a cycle of unfulfilled potential. The longer we wait, the harder it becomes to break free and take that crucial first step. Consider the story of a talented musician who dreamed of sharing his music with the world. He had all the skills and a collection of beautiful compositions, but he hesitated to perform publicly. Years passed, and his music remained confined to his home. One day, a friend encouraged him to play at a local event. Despite his fears, he agreed. The performance was a success, and it opened doors to more opportunities. Had he continued to hesitate, those opportunities would have never materialized, and his music would have remained unheard. Inaction not only leads to missed opportunities, but also fosters a mindset of complacency. When we fail to act, we tell ourselves that it's acceptable to stay where we are. This mindset can be incredibly limiting. It stifles our growth and prevents us from reaching our full potential. The dreams we have slowly turned into regrets as we see others moving forward and achieving what we once aspired to. Fear and doubt are natural emotions, but they should not dictate our actions. These feelings are often based on imagined scenarios rather than reality. We fear what might happen if we fail, but in doing so, we overlook what we could achieve if we succeed. Action is the antidote to fear. When we take action, we confront our fears head on. Each step we take diminishes the power of fear and builds our confidence. Think about an athlete training for a marathon. The fear of not finishing the race can be overwhelming, but each day of training, each mile run, reduces that fear. The athlete builds endurance and confidence through action. By the time the marathon arrives, the fear has transformed into a manageable challenge. The same principle applies to any goal in life. Action turns fear into a stepping stone rather than an obstacle. Doubt is another significant barrier to action. We doubt our abilities, our plans, and even our worthiness of success. This doubt can be paralyzing, preventing us from even trying. But doubt, like fear, can be overcome through action. When we take the first step and see even a small measure of success, our doubt begins to fade. Each subsequent action further erodes that doubt, replacing it with a belief in our capabilities. Reflecting on the downside of inaction, it's clear that the cost is too high to ignore. We must challenge ourselves to move beyond hesitation and take decisive steps toward our goals. Remember, every moment of inaction is a moment lost forever. Instead, seize the opportunity to act, to learn, and to grow. By doing so, we break free from the chains of fear and doubt and set ourselves on a path to success. Now, let's turn our focus to strategies that can help us overcome inaction and turn our plans into tangible results. Having explored the consequences of inaction, let's now focus on practical strategies to overcome it. The first step is setting clear, specific goals. When we have a precise target to aim for, our actions become more focused and deliberate. Specific, measurable goals provide a clear direction and purpose, helping us to channel our energy and resources effectively. Imagine a ship without a destination. It would drift aimlessly, subject to the whims of the sea and wind. However, a ship with a clear course and a defined destination navigates with purpose. Similarly, when we set specific goals, we define our destination and chart a course toward it. These goals need to be measurable, so we can track our progress and make adjustments as necessary. This clarity not only motivates us, but also makes the journey more manageable. One practical approach to setting goals is to use the SMART criteria: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. For example, instead of saying, I want to get fit, a SMART goal would be, I will run 3 miles 3 times a week for the next 3 months. This goal is clear, measurable, and provides a timeline, making it easier to take action. Once we have clear goals, the next step is to break them down into smaller, manageable tasks. Large goals can often feel overwhelming, leading to procrastination. By dividing these goals into smaller steps, we make them less intimidating and more achievable. Each small task completed brings us one step closer to our larger objective and builds our confidence. Consider a writer working on a novel. The thought of writing an entire book can be daunting. However, by setting a goal to write just 1 page a day, the task becomes more manageable. Over time, those single pages accumulate into chapters and eventually a complete book. Breaking down tasks in this manner helps us maintain momentum and prevents us from feeling overwhelmed. Momentum is a powerful force. When we take consistent action, no matter how small, we create a sense of progress. This momentum fuels our motivation and drives us to keep going. One effective way to build and maintain momentum is through the practice of daily habits. By incorporating small, positive actions into our daily routine, we create a steady flow of progress. For instance, if your goal is to improve your health, incorporating a daily habit of drinking water or doing a short workout can make a significant difference over time. These small actions might seem insignificant on their own, but collectively, they lead to substantial progress. The key is consistency. By committing to these daily habits, we build a strong foundation that supports our larger goals. Another crucial element in overcoming inaction is accountability. When we hold ourselves accountable, or when others hold us accountable, we are more likely to follow through on our commitments. Accountability can take many forms, such as sharing our goals with a friend, joining a group with similar objectives, or using tools and apps to track our progress. Think about a fitness group where members share their daily workouts and progress. The support and encouragement from the group, coupled with the accountability of reporting progress, significantly increase the chances of success. Accountability creates a sense of responsibility and encourages us to stay committed to our goals. In addition to external accountability, self-accountability is equally important. Setting personal deadlines, reviewing our progress regularly, and rewarding ourselves for milestones achieved can all reinforce our commitment. By holding ourselves accountable, we take ownership of our actions and outcomes. As we reflect on these strategies, remember that taking action is a choice we make every day. By setting clear goals, breaking them down into manageable tasks, building momentum through daily habits, and holding ourselves accountable, we create a framework for consistent action. This framework not only propels us toward our goals, but also transforms our approach to challenges and opportunities. Now, let's consider the real-life applications of these strategies and how they can lead to remarkable achievements in various aspects of our lives. Reflecting on the strategies we've discussed, let's delve into some real-life applications that highlight the power of immediate action. These examples from the business world, personal development, and community impact illustrate how taking decisive steps can lead to remarkable success and transformation. In the business world, there are countless stories of success driven by immediate action. One such example is that of a tech entrepreneur who launched a groundbreaking product despite numerous uncertainties. Instead of waiting for perfect conditions, this entrepreneur took the bold step of introducing a minimum viable product to the market. The initial version was far from perfect, but it allowed for real-time feedback from users. This feedback was invaluable, guiding rapid improvements and iterations. By acting quickly and learning from the market, the entrepreneur was able to outpace competitors and establish a strong foothold in the industry. Another powerful business story is that of a well-known retailer who transformed their small family-owned shop into a global brand. When faced with an economic downturn, instead of cutting back, they took action by investing in innovative marketing strategies and expanding their product line. This proactive approach not only helped the business survive the downturn, but also positioned it for significant growth once the economy recovered. The lesson here is clear. In times of uncertainty, action, not hesitation, leads to resilience and growth. Turning to personal development, let's consider the story of an individual who decided to overcome a lifelong fear of public speaking. For years, this fear held them back professionally and personally. One day, inspired by a friend's success, they took action and enrolled in a public speaking course. The first few sessions were daunting, but each time they spoke, their confidence grew. By consistently practicing and pushing through their fear, they not only became an effective speaker, but also unlocked new career opportunities. This transformation highlights how taking action, even in the face of fear, can lead to profound personal growth and new possibilities. Another personal development story involves a young professional who felt stuck in their career. They had dreams of advancing but were unsure of the steps to take. Instead of waiting for the perfect opportunity, they decided to act by seeking mentorship and additional training. They set specific career goals and took concrete steps to achieve them, such as attending workshops, networking with industry leaders, and taking on challenging projects. This proactive approach paid off as they quickly moved up the career ladder and achieved their professional aspirations. Taking action can also have a profound impact on communities and society at large. Consider the story of a small town that was struggling with economic decline. Instead of waiting for external aid, a group of passionate residents decided to take action. They launched community projects such as local business incubators and cultural events to revitalize the town. Their efforts not only boosted the local economy, but also fostered a sense of pride and unity among residents. This grassroots initiative demonstrates how collective action can transform communities, creating a positive ripple effect that benefits everyone. Another example of community impact is the story of a group of volunteers who addressed the issue of food insecurity in their city. Recognizing the growing need, they didn't wait for large organizations to step in. Instead, they took immediate action by organizing food drives, partnering with local businesses, and creating sustainable community gardens. Their initiative provided much-needed support to countless families and inspired others to join their cause, amplifying their impact. These stories illustrate a fundamental truth. Action is the catalyst for change. Whether in business, personal development, or community efforts, taking decisive steps leads to growth, transformation, and success. It's easy to get caught up in planning and waiting for the right moment, but as these examples show, the right moment is often now. As we reflect on these real-life applications, think about areas in your own life where you can take immediate action. Identify a goal, break it down into manageable steps, build momentum through daily habits, and hold yourself accountable. By doing so, you'll create a path to success and make a positive impact on your life and those around you. Reflecting on the power of immediate action and its real-life applications, it's essential to consider the long-term benefits that come from consistently taking action. One of the most significant benefits is skill development. When we commit to regular action, we engage in a process of continuous improvement. Each step we take, each effort we make, honors our abilities and expands our skill set. This is true whether we are learning a new language, mastering a musical instrument, or developing expertise in our professional field. Consider an athlete training for the Olympics. They practice every day, refine their technique, improving their endurance, and pushing their limits. This daily commitment to action leads to gradual but consistent progress. Over time, their skills become finely tuned, and they achieve a level of proficiency that would be impossible without that regular, dedicated practice. The same principle applies to any area of life. By taking consistent action, we transform our abilities and become more adept at whatever we set our minds to. Moreover, taking action builds confidence and resilience. Each time we take a step forward, even if it's a small one, we reinforce our belief in our capabilities. This confidence grows with each success, no matter how minor. It's like climbing a mountain. Each foothold we secure boosts our confidence and encourages us to keep climbing. Over time, we develop a resilient mindset capable of facing challenges and setbacks without being deterred. This resilience is invaluable as it empowers us to persist in the face of difficulties and continue striving towards our goals. Think about a young entrepreneur who starts a business. Initially, they might face numerous challenges and uncertainties, but with each action they take, be it launching a product, securing a client, or navigating a financial setback, their confidence grows. They learn from their experiences, adapt, and become more resilient. This growing confidence and resilience not only help them overcome immediate challenges, but also prepare them for future endeavors. Taking action also creates new opportunities and pathways for success. When we act, we set a chain of events into motion. These actions open doors that might otherwise remain closed. Opportunities often arise unexpectedly as a direct result of our willingness to take steps forward. A simple decision to attend a networking event could lead to a valuable business connection. A choice to volunteer for a project might result in a job offer or a new career path. Consider a story of an artist who began by sharing their work at small local galleries. Each exhibition, each piece displayed, was an action that showcased their talent. Over time, their consistent efforts attracted the attention of larger galleries and art collectors. What started as modest steps led to significant opportunities and recognition in the art world. By taking action, they created a pathway to success that would have remained hidden had they not taken those initial steps. In our own lives, every action we take plants seeds for future opportunities. These seeds grow and bear fruit in ways we might not anticipate. The act of doing, trying, and pushing forward leads to discoveries and connections that shape our journey in profound ways. Now, as we transition to our final thoughts, think about the long-term goals you have. Reflect on the actions you can take today to start moving towards those goals. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step and let it lead you to the life you envision. We began by emphasizing the critical importance of action over mere talk and planning. We saw how overanalyzing can lead to paralysis while taking immediate action propels us forward. We shared stories of successful individuals who prioritized action, demonstrating that consistent effort leads to remarkable achievements. Understanding how hesitation and fear can hold us back, leading to missed opportunities and unfulfilled potential. By examining the strategies to overcome inaction, such as setting clear goals, breaking tasks into manageable steps, building momentum, and leveraging accountability, we equipped ourselves with practical tools to transform our intentions into reality. The real-life applications of these strategies showcase the power of action in business, personal development, and community impact. Through these examples, we learned that action not only drives success, but also fosters personal growth and resilience. And we discovered the long-term benefits of taking consistent action, including skill development, confidence building, and the creation of new opportunities. Now, I want to challenge each of you to take immediate action on something you've been hesitating on. Think of one goal, one task, or one dream that you've been putting off. Decide right now to take the first step. It doesn't have to be perfect, And it doesn't have to be grand. The important thing is to start. Let me share an inspiring story. There was once a young woman who dreamed of becoming a pilot. Despite numerous obstacles and setbacks, she took action every day towards her goal. She faced criticism, financial challenges, and self-doubt, but she kept moving forward. One day, she finally earned her pilot's license. When asked how she did it, she simply said, "I took one step at a time and never stopped believing in my dream." Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. Take that step today. Believe in yourself and your ability to achieve great things. The power to create the life you desire is within you, and it all starts with action. Thank you, and may your journey be filled with purposeful action and extraordinary success.